Welcome to this section of the Virtual Assistant Professional course. Today we are going to be talking about Calendly. Calendly is used in scheduling appointments, scheduling meetings, scheduling events. In day 2, I showed you how to actually use Google Calendar to schedule your clients' appointments or meetings. But today we're going to talk about Calendly. And the reason why I'm making this class as a separate class is because there are limitations in using Google Calendar. In Google Calendar, there are some things you can't do there. That's why we're using Calendly. Now, what are the things that you cannot do there? For example, if, your boss say, okay, he's free for, let's say, 4 hours in a day. Let's say he's free from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. He's free from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. He's free from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And you need to actually schedule the appointment in a way that the client or the customer that is supposed to book that appointment with your boss will see the time that your boss is free and with the time that he's also is free and choose one of them from there. It's not that, okay, schedule appointment with somebody in UK and you now schedule appointment with the time that your boss wants. What if the time your boss wants does not fit the time of that your customer? Remember, you are working in a professional setting where even your customers are even more busier than your boss. So their time needs to fit their own. And that's why you need to actually do this. Now, before you even start creating your appointment, please take note of this. Ask your boss, what time will he be free? Either you make that as a call or through WhatsApp or any form of communication, or formally create a Google form and send to him to show the kind of time or to give you the kind of time that he will be free. So you use it to create your Google Calendar. So Calendly is actually good to manage this reservation. Or most of you will actually attest that you maybe somebody saying you an interview for a job interview, and there is always free time for you to choose. You now choose from the one that fits you. It's being created with Calendly and not even Google Calendar. So today we're going to go into Google Calendar, and I would suggest that you use it to manage your clients' bookings and appointments and meetings if necessary. Now, the name of the website is calendly.com. I will put the link in the video description. You come here, calendly.com, and you see here. Now let's sign up. All right. To sign up, we just click on sign up with Google accounts. That's what I actually like. Either you click on sign up with Google accounts, or you can see where we have get started for free. You can now get started. Now I want to use this email because this is the email I try to use throughout the course, and I'll click on this and I'll click on continue. So it's going to fetch out the information. Let me click on tick access and then click on continue. It's going to fetch out all the information from my Google account and create Calendly. So there's no need going to Google to pick a code and come and put. Is that okay? It's only when you are putting your email that all those things will happen. So once it loads completely, I will show you how to now use it. Now they're asking us a question. Hi Dennis, are you setting up Calendly for yourself or for your team? I'm setting up for myself. Is that okay? So Calendly can help you. You can see all the things it can help you do. Handle schedule meetings with AI. Let's just leave it the way it is and click on continue. Is that okay? Now you say which options best describe what you do. So I'm customer success, recruiting, education. I'm a customer success. So now let's click on continue, and you see select which calendars do connect. Calendars to connect. So you can put Google Calendar is already connected. You can connect more and more, but for now let's click on continue. We don't want anyone, and say what are your weekly hours. For now we don't actually want any of them here. Is that okay? Because we're going to set everything from scratch. So let's click on continue, and you say how would you like to meet with people. Google Meet is already connected. If you want to connect Microsoft Teams or connect Zoom, you can connect them. Is that okay? But for now let's leave it at Google Meeting, and click on continue. If your boss like his meetings to be on Google Zoom, Zoom rather, please connect it. Try to connect it. All these, our accounts will now be set, and then we can now use it to schedule an appointment. In this class, I will only be scheduling one appointment, and just to show you how to do it, and then you have to practice it. Please kindly help me subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we are here on the interface. And let's continue. Now this is how Calendly interface looks like. For this, let's close this so that we can see it clearly. Let's close this as well. And you can see that there's a sample here, and there's Dennis Affiliate. Dennis Affiliate is because of the name of the email that I use. Is that okay? So this one here is showing us a sample. We don't even need it, so you can delete it if you want, but for now let's leave it. Now let's go through the interface. For now, you can see that we have scheduling. If you come to scheduling, you can see how it looks, the interface like this. You can come to meetings, and you can see that, of course, like I said, you can use it to schedule your first meetings and all of this. Or you can see that you can see availability. You can put the time that you are always available. Like I told you from the beginning of this video, I said you can send a form to your boss and ask him for the time that he's usually free. So if your boss is usually free for meetings for, like, say 4 times in a day, and he gives you the time, let's say 9 to 10, 11 to 12, 1 to, just ensure that maybe you put it here so that it will be static, so that you will not be able to be looking for it everywhere. You can come here and schedule it. I'll show you how to do that shortly. Is that okay? Now, under contact are the people that you put here. You can put your boss contact here, because your boss is the one who will be attending the meeting. And if you're using it to attend schedule meetings for your team members, you can also put their emails here as well, so that once you schedule a meeting, there will be no need adding email. It will automatically send to them. Is that okay? So this is how you can do. This is what you can do, and this, you can see analytics here. If you have had a meeting or two, and depending on how many people attended that meeting, how long it lasts, and all of that, you see all the information on analytics. But you can see that everything is 0. We have not created anything, completed event 0, because this is just a new account. Now let's return back to meetings or scheduling, and you can see now we want to create a meeting. We want to create, let's say our boss say create a meeting. I want to have a meeting with somebody. Create a meeting for the person. Is that okay? All you have to do is there's a create here, or there's a create here. Any of them that you want, you can do. But for this one here, it has a drop down. If you click on that drop down, it has an opportunity for you to see more options, see all the more options that we have. Let's leave it like this. All right, so let's click on this create, because we want to actually create our meetings. It's still the same thing. You can see one-on-one meeting, group meeting, round-up meeting, and all of that. If I want to create a meeting for, let's say, my students that I want to, the premium student that I used to teach, that I used to pay money, I will actually choose either group or round table, round robin. That's for many of them. Is that okay? But for one-on-one meeting, like say, okay, create a meeting, I have a meeting with so person in the UK, you can click on one-on-one meeting, and then the meeting is going to be open. Now the meeting opens, and the very first thing that we have here is the name of the meeting. So what is the name of the meeting? So let's delete the new meeting, and we say meeting with Coach Dennis. All right, so you can just put your own anyhow you want it. Meeting with Coach Dennis. Sorry, let me put this coach in capital letter. All right, so this meeting also is not spelled properly. Now, how long will the meeting last? Remember when I was talking about how to plan your meeting on Google Calendar, I do say that if your meeting is 30 minutes, please extend it to at least 45 minutes, because it's Nigerian time. Sometimes people don't honor the time like that. Is that okay? So most of my classes are 45 minutes to 1 hour. I don't teach more than 1 hour, so a student can comprehend. Is that okay? So I can just click on here, and I can click on 1 hour. That's okay. You can click here to see more options, and then even if the options is not here, you can customize it and write the time that you want. Let's say you want 38 minutes, and 38 minutes not in the drop down. You can just do that like that. Is that okay? Now, what is the location of the meeting? Now click on the location, and you can see the location is Zoom, phone call, in person, and let's click on more option, and you can see that we have Google Meet. So if your boss likes Google Meet, of course, from that form you're sending to him, you will know the preferred meeting platform that he likes. Is that okay? So for me, I like Google Meet a lot, so I can just click on Google Meet, and it has now been here. Is that okay? Now let's click on say let your invitee choose from multiple options meeting locations. Is that okay? So if you want your invitee to choose where the people who are attending the meeting to choose where they can attend the meeting, you can choose. But most preferably, you are the one to choose the platform for the meeting. Is that okay? But in case you want them to choose any platform that you want, so your boss can host a meeting on Google Meet, he can host a meeting on Zoom, and you want them to just select anyone, your boss will go with it. Then you can now click on this. Now, I think the reason why sometimes you use this option is when you are trying to make a meeting with somebody to buy your property, or all these lead generation marketing. Is that okay? You are trying to give them options. You are trying to tell them that they have the freedom to choose whatever they will want, and that you are begging them to buy, you are conforming, and you understand it. So that's where you now choose this. So, but for now, we don't want it. You can choose anything you can see here. All right, you can click on ask invitee. He will choose whichever one he wants, but for now we want Google Meet and want it to be here. So for this one, let's click on ask invitee, and he'll be able to ask by himself. Is that okay? Now, what is the availability? Now, this is where the main setup is. So let's click on the drop down here, and then it's going to open this thing here. So you can click on this pen icon to edit it so it can open completely. Now here you can see that we can now set out the time. So let's say our boss is usually free from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and then 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. That's the time he's usually free. So we can now put out all the 4 of this time so that the person can now choose which one that he wants. Is that okay? Now let's set out the time. Now we say 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and this one starts from 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So we now click on this plus sign here. Is that okay? And you can see that we now have here. So what we now have here is we now choose 8 o'clock. All right, of course, 8 o'clock. Now, and now we now put here, we put 9 o'clock. Of course, you can see that the time is actually in 24 hours clock. 24-hour clock is normal time will actually be 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 p.m., 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. But a 24 hours clock is always 8 a.m. From 12 o'clock, it will now be 13, 14, 15. Are you understanding? So 13 is 1, 14 is 2 o'clock. Then of course you understand what that's how the time is now. So 8 o'clock in the morning is actually normal 8 o'clock. Let's scroll down and see if we can find 8 o'clock here. We should be able to find 8 o'clock, but if you can't find 8 o'clock in the morning, we can type it. So, okay, see 8 o'clock in the morning, and then this one here is 9 o'clock in the morning as well. So let's click on this. Let's click on this. So the meeting is 1 hour. That's why we're choosing it. 8:45, 9 o'clock. You can see this one is gone. And then this one again, times of allow it. Let's delete this, please, because we don't need it. And we now have 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Let me delete this as well. And then we have choose one here, 8 o'clock to 8:30. Sorry, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock instead. Sorry, not 8:45, 9 o'clock. All right, here is now 11 o'clock. So we now choose 11 o'clock. My boss will be free from 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock. So let's see, 12 o'clock will now be 12 o'clock p.m. Sorry, I think I've passed the place. 12 o'clock. All right, 12 o'clock. All right, now my boss will also be free from 1 o'clock, and 1 o'clock in this aspect is 13 o'clock. I explain it. All right, so this one again will now be that is 2 o'clock. That will be 14. Is that okay? That will be 14. 14. Sorry. For exactly 14. So you'll be free from that aspect. Now my boss again will be free from 3:45 p.m. to maybe 4:45 p.m. So let's click on this, and then let's choose 3, and 3 is usually 13. 3:45 p.m. to then 16 is 4. 16 is 4. So let's see 14. Sorry, 16. Okay, now 16:45 p.m. All right, now put it. So we now have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only 4 times that you'll be free. So this one here, we don't need it. You can now click on delete. Now if you want to add more, you can add on, click on plus sign, and then you can add, choose it like this and all of that. Are you understanding me? So let's complete it, and then we are now done. So he's now done on this one. So this is the time that he will be available. Are you understanding me? This is the time that he will be available. So you can also choose the location. So you might be working for people in UK, US. They have different time zone from us. So please ensure that you choose their time zone based on the country that you are working for. For this one, we don't want to leave it at US, please. Let's bring it to they should be Lagos, because I'm in Nigeria, and I think Lagos is West African. All right, West African time. This one here is our time. Is that okay? So we now put it here. So just choose the time that fits whatever you want. If you're watching this video outside of Africa, is that okay? Now we are not done here. You can now say apply to 2 event types. We are not done from here. You can do more setting here if you want, but for now we are done, and we can now click on apply to events. So this event has been set up, and then you can now see there's also another. See, if you want to collect payment, you can collect, but you are not collecting any payment because we are only using it to schedule meetings. Is that okay? So we are not using to collect any payment. So let's go down and you can see host. Who is hosting the meeting? Let's click on here and you can see my email that I use in creating Google Calendly is already here, but I can add my boss email to be the host. Do you understand what this means? To be the host. You as a virtual assistant that creates the Google Calendar may actually enter the meeting to record if your boss gives you the permission. But if you are not, you can just put your boss info, boss this thing, and untick this one here, and then put your boss this thing. For now, I want to leave it at this. Please take note that those are most of the things that you will actually be doing. Now, you can also click on more options to see more things that you can actually do in creating this your Google. So this is very important. Description. What is the meeting about? All right. So let's say the meeting is about, let's say about sales record, something, marketing stuff. Just write it so that when the meeting is sent to that person or the link is sent to that, the person will understand what the meeting is all about. Those days when I used to look for jobs, I used to receive invites a lot. You have moved to the next stage, please choose the time for your interview. I will choose, and the description of it will be there. You are being called for this interview because of so something. It will be here. So this is where you are going to put it, so that the person who you are scheduling the meeting with will not be thinking about what is this meeting about. He will already know from the description. Are we together? So you can see that as I'm typing here, it's appearing here. Okay, so let's say the sales, the meeting on sales record about our company and to discuss the way forward with our brand, or whatever you want to be. Right, sorry. All right, so the brand. Okay, so you can see it. So you can see that it's now appearing somewhere here. So you can also come down and say buffer times max limits. Click on this and you can set it if you want. But for now, I think this one is, we don't want it for now. So let's click on it, and then you can see free busy rules. Right, free busy rules. You can set up some rules. All right, some rules that, if you join the meeting, please toggle off your mic. Please do this. Please don't speak until you're asked to speak, and all of these things. You understand that there are rules. You can just click on exceptions and click on rules. When you click on exception, there's a place to add exceptions and you start adding them and all of that and all of that. Okay, you can even add like 4 or 5 rules so that the person will see them directly from there and he joins the meeting. Is professional. Is that okay? So you practice this and send it to me. Is that okay? Please kindly help me subscribe to the channel and like this video. Okay, now let's proceed. Booking page options. You can click on here and you can see more here, but we don't need this one, please. We don't need this one. And then, all right, so you can now come here. You can see invite form. Now this invite form is actually very good. So you can see now, if you want him to actually fill a particular form where after he picks his name, he should fill his name, his phone number, his email address and everything to return back to you. You will automatically fill it by clicking on automatic field, and everything will automatically fill. I actually like this particular feature. Is that okay? So let's go down, and then here you can also ask questions, right? So let's say you have FAQs to send to the person. You just want the person to know everything about the meeting so that when you go to the meeting, you are going straight to the point. Is that okay? For those of you who will be working for people, you actually need to do this because the meeting is supposed to carry every information that your client needs. He doesn't have to send an email back to ask you anything. All right, so you can see you can add question 1. There's a place to even add more question. Okay, add new question, question 2, then question 3, just like that and just like that. Is that okay? All right, so that is that for that. And then if you want it to notify you on your Google Calendar, so whether when this meeting is on, it can remind you. Right, you can remind you and say, okay, 30 minutes later, remind me that my meetings will go. This is where to do the setting. I'm just teaching you. Is that okay? I must not be clicking everything, but this is what I'm teaching you, and I want you to practice it because it is needed. It is what you'll be doing when you get a job. Is that okay? So with that, we are done, and then you can see confirmation page. You can click on this and also click on confirmation page. Confirmation page is after he has selected his date, select the date he wants, and then put in some information of all the things we have said. You should take into a page where you say, okay, you have already set up. So the page is, this page now is supposed to tell him that this status here. Let's click on status here. The status will be turned on. So the person will tell you, congratulations, you have successfully booked a meeting with so person. Are you understanding me? That's why this confirmation page is very, very important. Is that okay? So that the person will know that the form that he filled was actually correct. So that's how to fill all of these things. Is that okay? If you think that this is, I was too fast, all right, please kindly rewatch the video again. That's very simple. Kindly rewatch the video again. So once we are done, we can now click on save changes, and then our changes will now be saved. So once our changes are saved, we can now click on preview and see how the meeting looks. You should be able to preview. This is how the meeting will look. If you send it to the person's email, this is how everything will look. So if I click on copy link, and then let me come to a different browser, and then you send this, let's say you send this link as a message or as an email to the person. You say choose your time here and all of that. If you come here, those days that we select is supposed to, are you seeing, we selected July 2020 and we selected 30. All these ones are not clickable. All these ones are not clickable. Is that okay? Only this date is clickable. And if we click on it, for example, it will take us here, and you can see that the time that is available for us is 15:45 p.m. No, it was supposed to show us multiple time, plenty of time, up to 4 for us to choose. So it means that we did not do it correctly. Is that okay? So to do that, we can come back and check where we did not do it correctly. Are you understanding it? Okay, so let's just close it from here. Okay, so now this is the meeting here. We want to actually edit it. So let's click on here, and then click on view booking page, or click on edit. All right, when we click on edit, it will now open us here. Now this time here did not actually show us the correct thing. This time here did not show us the correct thing. So we can now click on edit again. Okay, I think the reason why we are having only one time here is because we actually do not choose more time. So let's click on this one, and then click on this one again. All right, okay, so let's add more to it and see. So we have added more to it, cover this, and let's click on apply to changes, and then let's come here, and then let's refresh and see, because we need to see more time here, plenty, like we need to see like 3 or 4 times, you know, for us to choose. So we can now have 2 dates. We have 2 dates here. This is what I wanted. Are you now seeing? So all the time that we choose, you can now see them here. So the person can now, okay, book, he books 50, if he books 31, he will now choose the time, and then you can see next, and you can now see he will put his email and everything, and next. So that's what we want. And if I schedule this meeting now, there's another final page that will also still show congratulations, you have booked a meeting with this person. Why? Because we toggle on status. I hope you understand. So that's how to do this. So ensure that you add more of these things to it, just the way I've just done it. So if you come here, you can see, let me screen here, you can see what we have here. There's nothing here to do. The most important thing is under event type. Is that okay? So if I now come to analytics, I can now see that I have we should be able to have some. Okay, nobody has filled that form yet, so we cannot find it here. So that's how to use Google Calendly to actually schedule your meetings. It's actually very, very nice. It's more better than Google Calendar, and most employers will actually want you to use it. Is that okay? So thank you so much for sticking from beginning to the end. I'll see you in the next class. Please kindly help me subscribe to the channel, like this video.